Two of missing mother Maya Milliete's siblings took the witness stand today during day 3 of Larry Milliete's preliminary hearing. Good afternoon. Welcome to The 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Cross-examination of her sister got tense. Now we're hearing from her younger brother, and we're getting a better picture of what we can expect from the defense if this case goes to trial.
CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal has been in the courtroom all day and joins us live with what happened. Kelly.
Yeah, and I think it was probably a tough day for Maya's family. During cross-examination this morning, the defense attorney tried to paint Maya as someone who was really into drinking, partying, staying out late. The defense attorney also brought up a conversation that Maricris had with police the day she reported her sister missing.
You also mentioned at that time that your sister May had an affair approximately 6 months ago, which was the origin of all her troubles with Larry. You recall that?
No, I don't.
And the defense then asked, did you believe your sister was having an affair at that time? And Maricris responded, no, I don't. Meanwhile, we also heard from Maya's younger brother, JR. He painted a picture of Larry as a controlling husband who was obsessed with preventing his wife from leaving him. He testified in 2020. Larry started calling him, telling him about the couple's problems, asking JR to convince Maya not to separate. We're talking as many as 5 calls a day. He testified Larry told him Maya had had an affair. JR also testified that while on a family trip, it almost seemed like Larry was tracking his sister's every movement because every time they pulled over to take a break from driving, she got a phone call from him. Now, there was discussion of a text message exchange between Maya and JR where Maya unloaded and said things like she was tired of being mentally abused by Larry, tired of being controlled by him, which he said was unusual because Maya was such a private person. Then we get to January 2021, the day JR went to the Milliete house after the family was worried that no one had heard from Maya. This was maybe the only moment I saw JR get a little emotional today. He says through a window he could see Maya's daughter Meilani coming down the stairs.
I saw that she looked back and I could hear her. She said, "It's Uncle JR." At that point, she opened the door and then I walked in and then I asked her, "Where's your mom?" And then she said, she's been locked in her room for 11 hours now, and she hasn't fed us.
And you could just tell by the way he said it, it was just something that he remembered very clearly. He went on to testify that he went and knocked on the bedroom door himself. He looked down underneath the crack in the door and tried to see if there was any light under it. He said it was just dark. It looked like no one was in there. He says he kept knocking on the door and saying, "Maya, Maya," but there was no answer. The door was locked. Heather and Carlo.
Looked like a difficult day in court, to say the least, for Maya's family. Were there any moments that you didn't have in that package that really stood out in JR's testimony today?
Yeah, and he went on to say that he noticed that Meilani, Maya's daughter, was running across the hallway, drop kicking the door, and she did it more than once. He said she used to take martial arts lessons, and he said, there was just no response. In all of this, it's just heartbreaking to think of what these kids have been through.
Boy, it sure is. Kelly Hessedal reporting live from the downtown courthouse. We know court will be closed on Monday as it's a holiday, and then the hearing is scheduled to resume Tuesday. Kelly, thanks.